Time to God. TikTok recipe that should be a crime. August the Duck. Shout out August the Duck, man. I ain't watched my guy in a minute. I ain't watched my dog in a minute, man.
The next time you have brunch, you should give this a try. I'm making what I call a dog cake. It starts off with a splash of milk in the blender, followed by 2 hot dogs, cotton candy, mac and cheese.
There's only 2 things guaranteed in this life, boys and girls. One of them is death, and the other is the fact that people will always be posting their absolutely horrendous cooking on the internet for the entire world to see. At least, I think that's how the quote goes. Today we are revisiting what might just be my favorite TikTok cooking account, Calibro's Kitchen. Now some of you might remember this guy from a few months ago with the TikToks we watched, like the meat cookie, you know, where he stuffed a chocolate chip cookie full of Spam. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff we're gonna be dealing with today, so if you have a weak stomach, maybe run along now, okay? Now the only redeeming quality of this TikTok account is that everything is bad on purpose. This guy is like a genuine chef, and he uses his knowledge to make things that are just absolutely terrifying. And you know what? I'm in full support of that. Another thing is that he actually eats the things he creates. He's not just out here wasting food for TikToks, throwing away everything once he's done recording. He actually tries it. He's doing it for food science, which we all know is the most important branch of science. So you know what? It's really kind of hard to complain. But you guys know me, I'm still gonna find a way to. So let's begin. Please subscribe.
For Cursed Kitchen Part 14, I am making cotton candy mac and cheese. There are only 2 ingredients, some Velveeta shells and cheese, and I couldn't find cotton candy, so I'm using cotton candy Danimals.
You know what, for some reason, I think I would actually prefer him just to have used cotton candy. Something about making macaroni and cheese with Danimals is triggering some sort of primal response within me. Not a fan.
I cooked the shells in boiling water, then I strained them, and then I added the Danimals, which looks very sus. Then I added a nice glob of Velveeta cheese. And then I wang-jangled the 2 until it became a nice saucy sauce.
What makes you
think
this is gonna be good, though?
You don't really want a soupy mac and cheese, and this was very soupy.
Hey, this is a dangerous ass bowl right here. This bowl is dangerous as fuck. This is a dangerous bowl. If you ever had a bowl or a cup that's chipped, that's glass, throw it away. Because you're going to one day forget, and then you probably going to try to drink off that part, and it's going to slit your mouth.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because what I'm worried about when I'm about to eat cotton candy mac and cheese is the soup factor. Yeah, I'm worried about the liquid content of the mac and cheese. Not that I'm about to eat what might just be the worst flavor profile combination ever thought of. Yeah, no. The soup. That's where my mind's at.
So yeah, then I mixed it a little bit more, and then took a spoonful and tried it. Honestly, it wasn't bad on the first bite. It was cheesy and a little bit sweet. But my lord, that cotton candy flavor kicks you in the back, and oh my god, it's so disgusting. I definitely like the chocolate mac and cheese a lot better.
Okay, so, first off...
Okay, this is what I want to know. Y'all remember, if you an OG subscriber, and you remember me watching the AugustTheDuck vids, why are these the guys who gets the clout and famous? How is it them? How do they get the looks? How do they get the time? How do they get the attention? I guess because it's this shit, right? A. 2, you are a grown ass man. You are a grown A-word man, right? And you sitting there doing something a 5-year-old would do. And just think it's cool, bro. It's not cool, bro. It's just stupid. It's just a waste of time. It really is. Like, you know what you could have did, bro? Okay. You could have made the macaroni, right? Thumbs up. Had that on the side. You got your Danimals. Get a spoon of macaroni. Open the Danimals. Put it in a little paper cup. Stir it and eat it. Why would you waste the whole pot of macaroni now? Now you're not going to eat it, so now you wasted food. You should...
Did you just say chocolate macaroni and cheese? Surely not. No, I just hallucinated that. Let's move on. I like how he said it's not bad and that the cotton candy just kind of hits you while he's literally visibly vomiting on camera. Like, yeah, he said the cotton candy is gross, but that's a bit of a further reaction than just kind of gross.
So I'm sure you've heard of an everything bagel, but have you ever heard of a everything egel? The first thing you want to do is give this warm water a little bit of a yeast infection.
Wow, that's a choice of words. That's undeniable.
And since this is a reverse everything bagel, I'm using the everything bagel seasoning to use as flour for the dough. I combined both the everything flour and our yeast-infected water until it became a nice dough, and then I let it proof for about 40 minutes. The dough is super dense, but it kind of looked promising. I cut the dough in half, rolled half the dough in my hands, and then I started to form the bagussi.
Okay, Mr. Calibra, we're gonna have a talk. On the August the Duck channel, we like to keep our programming child-friendly, okay? So if we could cool it on the bagussi talk, that would be
The
splendid.
bagussi.
After forming and stretching the bagussi,
What did I just say? Wow! We're really just racking them up, aren't we? We need like a bagussi jar. I mean, you think you know and respect a man, and then he just starts dropping bagussis on the table. Come on,
that's crazy,
we're better
though.
than this.
I put it in a pot
That's
of boiling
crazy.
water for about 3 minutes, took it out.
Why doesn't every home in Texas have solar panels? The
Because
reason is
everybody
not
don't
about
know enough
sunlight,
about
weather,
them.
or even
Let it dry off a bit, and then I added some egg wash and some chopped up bagels on top. I then put it in the oven for about 15 minutes,
What he said?
and then we took it
I
out of
didn't
the
know
oven.
he
It was
said.
nice golden brown. I cut it in half, added some cream cheese, and there you have a everything bagel. I didn't really know what to expect when biting into this, but it was very dense and cakey. But it definitely tasted like an everything bagel, but there's no way this is good for you.
Well, I mean, it's not like bagels in general are really good for you to begin with, but I imagine that this is not good for the mouth
I
department.
mean, bagels are fire, bro. I need everybody to stop what they're doing right now. Comment the best
Because on top
bagel
of this being
in the comments
probably
right
the
now.
most dense thing a person can.
I'm gonna say brown sugar and raisin. That one hard. That one hard with the strawberry, or you can use the blueberry cream. Ooh wee.
Eat. There
Toast.
are like charred
Yeah,
slivers
yeah.
of bagel on top, which will definitely cut every single surface of your mouth. So have fun with that.
So you heard of chicken and waffles, but have you ever heard of Wiccan and chaffles? So you start by
What?
adding some chicken, an egg, and then a little splash of water, and then blending it up.
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that literally nothing that has ever started in that manner has ever turned out good. Meat in a blender is where I draw the line in pretty much any circumstance. All right, a nice fruit.
At
Sure,
first I
wanna
would
make
say
it
it's not
soup a
really
little more
the
soupy?
worst
That sounds like
thing
a
in the
great idea
world,
to me,
but it's
chicken
still
breast,
pretty bad when
we
you're
know.
slicing up chicken breast.
Then put your chicken slurry into a bowl, and then add some milk, some powdered sugar, some vanilla extract, some flour, and some baking powder. And then
But
whisk it
yeah,
all
though,
together. And then put your chaffle batter inside of a hot waffle iron until it gets nice fluffy golden brown.
Alright, so I'm gonna level with you guys. I have never made a waffle that is composed of blended chicken, but if I did, I feel like there would be no real way to know if the chicken was cooked to the correct temperature. Jokes aside about this
Exactly,
being
bro.
gross or not, I'm actually curious if this is actually safe to eat.
To make the Wiccan, I start off with some flour, add some homemade chicken seasoning, as well as some water and egg white. And then I whisk it together. And then I use these little Christmas Santa and snowman molds because they kind of look like chicken shapes, I guess.
Well, that is definitely a statement. I've got to be honest, though, just speaking from personal experience, I have never seen a piece of chicken and thought, you know what, that looks like a Christmas ornament.
And then I threw it in the microwave to cook. They came out looking like this, and once you batter them with some flour and egg, it kind of just looks like some seasoned chicken pieces. So then I threw them in some hot oil to get nice crispy golden brown. Then all there's left to do is to plate it up.
Every bone in my body is telling me that these would not taste very tasty. I mean, it's just egg whites
So I
and
said
chicken
that.
seasoning. Like, that's not gonna make it taste like chicken.
Like, why do you
I
waste
don't
so
know,
much
I
food
just
to
don't
do
like
something?
this.
You know what I'm saying?
You start
I guess I
with the
can see if
chaffle
he
and then
did
dust it with some
one, but,
powdered
like-
sugar. And then I added some brown sugar and bourbon whipped butter. And then I added our Wiccan pieces on top, followed by a nice pour of some cayenne maple syrup. And there you have Wiccan and chaffles. And honestly, I gave this a taste, because you know I had to. But it seriously just tastes like chicken and waffles. There is literally no difference between chicken and waffles and this. Really good though.
I really don't know if I.
That face tells me otherwise.
I can buy that. I bet the waffle
Exactly,
is
bro.
fun,
Like, bro, look at
okay?
this
I
nigga
mean, you might
face,
have to
bro.
get past the fact that you're eating blended chicken, but hey, no
Ugh.
big deal. I've had McDonald's chicken nuggets before, been there, done that. But like the chicken
Facts.
flour
But that's
thing,
different.
those
That's different.
just do not seem like they'd be right to me. I need to try
I
this.
should have got
Next time
McDonald's
you have
yesterday, bro.
brunch, you should give this a try. I'm making what I call a dog cake. It starts off with a splash of milk in the blender, followed by 2 hot dogs and 1 large egg.
Alright, as far as I'm concerned, this is already grounds for a felony. This is not cool, and it should certainly not be legal. Just the mentioning of hot
bro, I
dog.
was just finna say that, bro. This should not be legal. Blended hot dogs should never be legal. Listen, if I ever come over to y'all, first of all, I probably wouldn't ever use your blender. But just say if I was, I'm working out. Oh, I didn't get my smoothie in today. Hey, bro, yo, bro, let me come through, bro. Let me make this smoothie real. And be like, yeah, and you just smell. You know, I'm the type of dude who smells everything. So if I smell hot, bro, if you ever blended hot, bro, I'm cutting you
As long
off.
as any recipe is already a big red flag, you're tossing those bad boys into a blender. Do you enjoy freedom? Clearly not.
You're gonna blend them together until it's a nice slurry, and then put it in a mixing bowl,
That's so
and then
gross,
add
bro.
a little bit of milk just to thin it out, and then add in your self-rising flour and give it a whisk. If it's too thick, add some more milk, and if it's too runny, add some more of the self-rising flour. Then in a hot pan with melted butter, add in your mixture, and then cook it as if they were just normal pancakes.
If you are a human being who can ignore the fact that you are cooking blended up hot dogs mixed with milk and you can pretend that it's just a normal pancake, you need to be studied.
I got a
You
cookie
need to
cutter
be
out just so I
checked
can make
into
nice
a
uniform
mental
circles
hospital.
so I can stack them
And
together.
that's no offense,
To plate the
but that
dog
is
cake, all
crazy.
you do is start off with your bottom layer, add some mustard and then pickles, and then add another layer of dog cake, followed by some more mustard and pickles, and keep doing that to the end, and then douse it in maple syrup. I gave this a try, and honestly, this is so delicious. It's smoky and sweet, and you get a nice briny from the pickles. I would honestly eat
He lying like a mud. Look at his face. It's always a worried look behind his face.
this if it was on a
Look
menu.
at it. He
That is
can't even.
information
Look at
that
this.
the FBI
This up here.
and the CIA combined could not get out of me. There is nothing on this planet I would not do before admitting that I enjoyed eating a blended up hot dog. That's
Exactly,
never
bro. That's
happening. Well,
crazy.
guys, what do you think? If you had to choose a single recipe to eat from this video, which one would it be? Personally, I'm gonna have to go with the Wiccan and Chaffles, or whatever he called it. His reaction kind of made me believe that maybe it is kind of good. I might also try like the Beverly Thing Egel, but the other two, no, that's never gonna happen, okay? If you enjoyed this video, please
Everything Babel probably was the least like effective. But what the fuck? Let me get in the app.